This is DJ LW for another edition of the Weekend Rush Mixshow pre-show with one of the artists that we've been following for a little bit, for a while. You know what I'm saying? You've been hearing in the rotation of the Mixshow. She's been going up. I think she just hit 100K, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to her. Big Boss Vette, pull up in the vet. Y'all know the rest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well, thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for joining us tonight, you know what I'm saying, on the Weekend Rush Mixshow QSM Radio. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I have been blessed, and yeah. How you feeling?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I come up together with the artist. So as I see you grow, I'm growing with you. So we both putting ourselves out there, and we continue to keep pushing. And when I see you keep going, then that gives me motivation to keep going. Also, you know what I'm saying? So it's likewise. Um, but we're gonna start from the beginning though. So tell us about where it all started from, the childhood before you got into the rap game. Just give us a little brief information on how your childhood was and all that stuff. Just get a little background.
So for starters, I'm from St. Louis, known as the Lou.
Shout out to the Lou.
Yeah, shout out to my city. I literally came from nothing. I didn't have mommy money, daddy money. I just was very pretty and talented. So I so happened to post a video on Facebook like back in 2014 of me doing a cover to Dej Love Try Me, and it was actually a cappella. And then like I totally forgot that I even posted that video and like woke up the next day and like posted like a picture or something. And like in 30 minutes, so my picture got like 1,000 likes on Facebook. I'm like, what the hell? Like what's going on? So after that, I'm like, somebody hacked my page or something. So I had posted a second picture because I'm trying to see would it do the same thing because I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
So it literally passed the first picture with the likes and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had went to my notifications, and that's when I was seeing people commenting up under the video and shit. I'm like, oh shit, the video is viral, right? So at first I was like nervous as hell because I'm like, I'm broke and what the fuck am I doing? So, like I didn't have like the little flashy cars or jewelry, latest clothes and shoes. So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna give these people? But I just was being me, and I was just showing them me, and they literally loved it, and I just went up from there. So I continued to like do the covers and stuff, which was gaining me more, fans and all that. And then that's when like I was like real rowdy back in the
Okay.
day too. So kind of keeping people, tuned in because I was a little crazy back then. So I really started to take my music serious in 2019. So I have officially been a real rapper since 2019, actually going to the stool, doing videos, getting booked for us shows and shit.
Right.
And after that, it was just up from there. So I want to say like in 2020, I went viral, which caused labels to like reach out to me. And I was so like, first I thought like it was a scam. I'm like, you want to
Yeah.
sign me? That's weird, right? Because like ain't no label ever reached out to like sign me. And I'm like, what's going on? And well, actually, a label did reach out. I ain't even gonna say the name, but this was like back in maybe 2018, 2019-ish, and I was like 2019-ish, and it was about a publishing deal. But
Okay.
the publishing deal was so trash. I'm like, absolutely not. Like, but at that time, I was like really hurting for like money and shit, and I'm
Right.
like, should I take this deal just to get this money, and I'm like, hell nah, 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 nah. You ain't gonna really like it, like. And then so the lawyer that I basically had, he was like telling me like you should really take this deal because deals do not come often. I'm like, nah, because I just know that I'm going to be great. So I'm not taking this deal. No.
Right.
So I think a year later, 13 label deals. Oh my God. It was like, oh shit. And I met like a lot of great people, a lot of important people along the way. And I officially signed to Republic Records. And it's been up ever since. Like it's been up. Like
Right.
and I'm really grateful because being as though that I came from nothing, and turned it into this $1 billion, you know, career. It's like, oh my God. Because I'm already a millionaire, but I just ain't signed the check yet. It's coming though,
Right.
you know?
Right. And they
Yeah.
always say, don't take the first deal. So, what I'm saying, you never know what's coming afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It's all to build up and you want to build that leverage. Especially being artist, you want to be able to build leverage to say, hey, I'm bringing my own stuff to the table, you know what I'm saying? So what can you offer me I ain't got? So you answered a little bit on the next question, but kind of what moment made you begin to take it serious? What lit that fire?
When everybody started calling me a rapper because I was doing covers, like I was rap beefing and I was doing covers. I'm like, I'm not a rapper, you know.
Right.
Um, so I think somebody reached out to me. It was my first ever manager. He had reached out to me because he had knew that I was broke, so it was kind of like taking advantage in a way. He was like basically telling me how he would like pay for everything, from my studio time to my hair to my bookings and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, boom. And he put me in a stool. I want to say like the first time that he put me in a stool, I had made this song called Ratchet Twerk Song, and it went viral. And that was the song that first started getting me booked. And I'm like, oh shit, and it was a cover. So every song that I was getting booked off of in 2019 were all covers.
Oh, okay.
So looking me to like sing my songs over beats that I ain't even own. So I was
Right.
crazy. And once I seen like I can make more money from like rapping and actually enjoying doing what I do for work other than having 80 million fucking jobs like I did before, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to do that.
Right. So how do you feel, coming from St. Louis, how do you feel about the position that St. Louis is looked at in the music industry in your point of view, and how does that affect how you present yourself and your style?
So right now, the St. Louis music industry, like we don't really have an industry here being as though like nobody is here scouting for talent. We have a lot of talent, yeah, but no one is looking in St. Louis for the talent, right? So that pushes me to just go harder because I want to be able to shine light on my city because there is more than Big Boss Vette here, you know. But it's like once I make it, we all make it.
Right.
So and like we all country. Like I did not know that I had an accent so strong until I moved out of my city. Or like one day I was in the stew, right? And I think I was like playing back one of my records and I'm like, country as fuck. Like, and that's when I finally realized, like, damn, like from the way we talk to I slang a little bit because we got like a lot of slang here. And like
Right.
when I say certain words, like people, they would be like, what that mean? I'd be
Right.
like, y'all don't say that. They'd be like, no. I'm like, oh. So
That's
yeah.
good that you caught it though, because we get used to how we talk. We don't know that we talking country. Like I got family in St. Louis too, so we don't think that we talking that way until somebody else go around somebody else and like, yeah, is that how you actually say that word? Say it again. Say it again.
Literally, like people like the way I talk, and I just feel like that I talk regular. I don't know. So yeah.
Okay, so give me some of your inspirations coming up. What music
Um,
was you listening to growing up? What music inspired you?
I was listening to like old school music growing up. Like I was listening
I
to
knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna.
um I was listening to Tank. I was listening to Tyrese. And like I was like listening to the radio too. Like I have never been that girly that would just go and like download songs. Like I would just like listen to the radio and that's how
Right,
I would like talk about new songs or whatever.
right,
And what inspired me just to like go so hard with everything that I wanted in a life was my grandma, because just like seeing her work so hard to give me any and everything that I wanted slash needed, it was just like motivating. And she was still like she used to tell me that I could be anything that I wanted to be. And at first I kind of thought like it was a crazy old lady telling me things, but like her like in stealing that basically taught me like if I want to be the president, then I can.
Right.
If I want to be a big actress, then I can. Like anything that I wanted to do, then I can do it. It's possible.
Definitely.
And the sky is never the limit,
Never.
ever. No, never. Go past it.
Definitely. So, what is your favorite song though? Going back to the inspiration, what's the favorite song that you still gotta every now and then dibbly dabble in and have to play? Or maybe what song motivates you?
Um, hmm, favorite song. Let me see. My favorite song right now
Mhm.
is Karma by Big Boss Vette. That's my favorite song.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. But what
Yes,
what
that's my favorite one.
what motivational song that you got a motivational song that every so often you got to kind of lift your spirits or you got to put in to get you in that mode? Like, okay, it's time to go now. Let me hear my song. Let me.
I don't too much have a motivational song,
Okay.
honestly. Not at the moment.
So you stay motivated. You stay ready then, because you
Absolutely.
know it got to happen. I got to get it done. I got to get up. I got to
Yeah,
make it
like I don't
happen.
I don't more so get motivation from music. It be coming from like I would see a TikTok, right?
Okay.
And hear me out, right? They would like be like I would just scroll past a TikTok when I'm just like feeling like I'm not in a up mood or where I'm feeling like that I'm stuck in life and I don't know what to do next. I would like coincidentally, I would just scroll past a motivating TikTok, basically telling me to just keep on going and don't give up. And I'm standing in my own way because I know that I'm great. Like I'm just sitting here wasting talent over thinking everything, just do it. And boom, motivated.
Right.
So
Right. I got you. I take that. It's kind of like the same as strolling and following certain people, getting those quotes every day, daily quotes, or stuff like that. But
absolutely.
how important for you is to speak out for women that are afraid or don't know how to use their voice to express themselves?
It's very important to me because I feel like at one point in time before I was Big Boss Vet, I was just a regular person who did not want to hurt no human being, right? And being as though that I was so nice and I was so naive because I was way too nice. At times it was hard for me to speak up for myself because I didn't want to come off as being mean or rude or
Right.
hard to work with, right? And over time I just came to realization that people was really taking my kindness as a weakness, and I had to stop letting people walk over me and allowing them to say sorry and think that we back cool. Cause nah,
Right.
like it don't have to be beef, but we are never in life
Be
working against
discerned. Yeah. You
you, you
showed me your
know.
card. You showed the card.
Yeah, you did. And understanding that like it's okay to like speak up for yourself and never talk to a person again, then that was like, yeah. So it's very important. Like, and then like after you speak up for people, they tend to find their voice, right? Like they tend to enjoy the feeling of not feeling of not being like play with. So they
Definitely.
learn like, okay, this is exactly what I'm gonna do next time. Like I
Right.
don't even have to yell at you. I don't have to cuss you out, but I can respectfully tell you exactly how I feel and know that I did everything right for us to stay on the right path, but it's your fault, basically.
Right.
So, yeah.
And not only that, too, use those lyrics to get across what they want to say. Because a lot of people tend to say, "Yeah, that's what
Absolutely.
I've been making this. That's what I've been wanting to tell you." So let
Right.
me cut my song.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's see. Speaking of that, and expressing yourself, the Big Boss Vet Show is on episode 7. Episode
Yeah.
7 just dropped. So how did that come about, and how does that affect everything else you got going on? Because I know that's sharing another part of what you got going on, and you definitely got the personality, so that's definitely showing another part. So the fans can have another, not only just the music, they can go and see actually how you live, how you move around, how you play, how you.
Basically it was like I have always wanted to show the world how cool I was, but then again, I was all like I was always kind of like scared and like overthinking like how to like edit things, how to like end things, like what I can and can't share, like it's just a lot into sharing your personal space with the world because they can flip the narrative of a playful joke and cancel you immediately.
Okay.
So still I enjoy showing my cousins exactly who I am and giving them a look into my life so they can really know like, oh yeah, like this is really my cousin. Like I can literally tell you what her favorite food is. I can tell you what her dog name is. I can tell you what her team name is. I can tell you what she did last week. I can like letting the world know you more would basically make them love you, honestly speaking.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
yeah.
That personality goes a long way, and then they be able to see another part of you, not just the music. They be able to gravitate to how you live and how you, like I said, you cool and you know how to show your people, your family a good time, and still be vet when it's time to put on the big boss hat. You put on the big boss hat and get up there and and go to work.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we got you got a team, so it's important to have a team. But how important is having a team in the industry, and how has it affected you so far in your career?
So in the beginning, when I didn't have a team, I had to figure out how to market my music. I had to figure out how to put myself in rooms that I knew nothing about. I had to figure out how to strategize on releasing music. I had to figure out how to come up with content to even put out there was that people would actually like. I had to figure out like who was going to go with me to my shows or who was going to talk to people for me so they won't have no direct contact to me just to have a conversation outside of business. Like it was a lot. Like it was a lot, right? But now that I have a team, I don't have to talk to anyone. Um, like I don't have to figure out how to push my music. I don't have to have uncomfortable conversations with
Right.
people that actually try to play with Big Boss Vet. I don't have to overthink about situations because they already got a handle. I don't have to worry about if the venue have my money. I don't have to worry about contracts. I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, we're about the
All I do
music.
is show up and I be Big Boss Vet. That
Right.
is the only thing I have to worry about. Um and at first my way of thinking was like very off. Like I wasn't educated when it came to this music thing, right? So basically like you have to be willing to pay your team, right? Like honestly speaking, I think that people mess up because they don't want to pay people. They don't want to pay their manager. They don't want to pay their PR. They don't want to pay they don't want to pay for nothing.
Right.
But in this game, you have to pay to play. And it's all about having a understanding when it comes to them type of things, like in making sure that you have the right people on your team that will represent you greatly, even if you're there or if you're not
Right.
there. So
Right.
yeah.
And you ain't got to question that. You ain't got to question the moves either. You already know, like they got me taken care of.
Absolutely. Like having a team was the best thing that I have ever in life done. Like ever in life done.
You want to shout out the team, or you don't? You say you gonna miss somebody? You want to shout out the team?
Shout out my team. Shout out all of my team, and my team knows exactly who they are.
All
You
right.
know, like, wow, shout out my team.
Now I did miss y'all when y'all came, because it's kind of funny. Like it's almost a year now from the last Power Summit in Atlanta. Because I missed y'all on the last one. I think y'all had already left out. But it's coming up again next month in Atlanta for the DJ Power Summit. So I don't know if y'all plan on pulling up, but make sure I run into y'all. And if not, we're gonna pull up on you in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? But the hit single Snatch. How did that come about, and what kind of feedback have you been getting so far?
So with Snatched, I basically had to make the world a believer of that song because when I wanted to put it out, they were like, "Oh my God, you know, this might sound like yo music that you already have out. Are you sure you want to go in this direction?" But like me and knowing my art and knowing my fan base, I knew that this song was going to be a hit, right? And so basically it was a sample going around and I fell in love with the sample and I'm like, I want to kind of use this sample, but I want to make the beat into my own. So we made a beat and we added the sample in there, right? So being as though that I was an upcoming artist, when it was time to create that sample was trying to break my ankles. And I'm like, gotta figure it out, right? So at first I was discouraged because trying to clear that sample and it coming back that we couldn't, I mean, I could have paid for it, but it's like, there was a really, really big old gamble. And it's like, I feel like that people should have seen the bigger picture to that song, you know? But all right, cool. So I literally, you know, just went up in the studio and just started screaming stuff out. I'm like, something is gonna stick with this song. So the first time I went in there and I said, he wanna dive in it, he wanna dive in it. I'm like, that sounds great, right? And literally we replaced the sample with that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I you know. So after that it just took off. And at first I was real nervous to the fact that I thought that people were gonna realize that I took the sample out. The first person that ever caught it was a DJ, but it's like,
Of
of
course.
course you're gonna. But other than that, the version without the sample actually surpassed the one with the sample in it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I didn't even know that this was going to be bigger than that one, which was great. I'm like, okay. Whew. I wasn't nervous anymore because then I'm like, I knew I believed in it. I knew I was right, you
Right.
know? And I just worked that record and it just took off. Like, and it took off so big that my record is actually bigger than me. Like, when people realize that it's me who actually sing that song, they be like, I did not know that was you. I don't know who
Yeah.
you thought it was, but it is me, you know?
So what was the feedback?
The feedback is amazing. Like I have foreign countries creating dances to that song, you know, like, and how I know that it's foreign countries because like whenever they post and they tag me, I don't even know what the captions say. The only thing I can read is my name. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, so I'm just grateful. Like I am really, 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 really grateful because I came from doing covers, propping up my cell phone that was not even on, playing a beat from my game on my TV. And that's how I'm a viral. Oh my God. Like it's just, you know, just seeing the growth over all these years, like um when you are the one doing the work and like seeing everything on the front end, you might think that it ain't going like fast enough or like it ain't taking off, you know, but it's like you just overthinking it because
Right.
the people on the outside, they clearly see all the hard work that you are really like putting into your business, putting into your craft, you know, and as long as you keep a tunnel vision when it comes to this music shit, you know, you gon' you gonna be big, you know, you're gonna take off. Like it's actually going to pay off. So
Right.
yeah.
And the consistency is very important because as soon as you stop, they still looking for you like what happened, and then they trying to move on to the next because they don't see nothing else. So that consistency is very important. You always stay consistent. You always dropping more music, more dances, more, you know what I'm saying,
I think
previews.
all day, you got to.
But
It's
what did your
like
go ahead?
Like it's like you just gotta keep feeding the beast. You just gotta
Right.
keep on putting out, keep on putting out. And yeah,
Now, what is your favorite song right now? What?
my favorite song.
Yeah.
Um, my favorite song that I created right now is Karma. And basically, like whenever I create a good ass catchy song, that becomes my favorite. No matter if I already had a favorite for this one, now this one is the new favorite. Like I just feel like that I get better with time. Like I just feel like the more that I do it, the better I get with my punchlines, the better my voice gets, like the better my breathing gets, like everything betters itself, you know. So
Right.
yeah.
So what can we be looking forward to with the new single Karma?
Okay, so the new single Kwama is only going to be put out on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Audiomack.
Okay.
So if my cousins blow it up, how I know they are, then it's going to be on mainstream platforms. We have a visualizer dropping within 2 weeks, maybe a little less. Stay tuned, you know. Um, Also on 127, we have Problem dropping with a either video or visualizer. We have not figured it out yet. Um, and after that, I'm just gonna keep hitting them. You know, you got more content, you got more vlogs, you got more visualizers, you got more um podcasts, you got more interviews, you got more big balls. It's it, just more of
Right.
me. And now I just been doing this thing to where I just live for me, you know, and basically I'm still learning how to like congratulate myself because I don't know how to stop and be like, oh my God, like this was actually good. This was actually big. I just keep on working. I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay. And I just keep on working. But I'm learning how to like live in a moment and be like, oh my God, bitch, you really got this, you
Right.
know? So yeah.
Which is cool too. You know, you just don't want to get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to stop and look back on how far you done came, but then you don't want to get comfortable at the same time. That's when you know okay, I still gotta pick up and go and what's the next level? What's the next move? You know what I'm saying? So we want to get Karma for sure on Kids and Radio, especially Problem. I think I was ready for Problem first when I seen
Yeah,
that
you
preview of Problem.
yeah,
I was already,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah, Prime is crazy. Prime is going crazy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we gonna most def service it out to everybody. So you better be looking for it. It's coming.
DJs know. So
Prime is coming. All that's coming.
DJs know when they hear it, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got to hear nothing but no longer than 15 seconds, and they already know, yeah, it's going to go.
They know.
Speaking of DJs, how important it was for you to start connecting with the DJs. Like I said, I seen you at the Power Summit, networking and everything. But how's important, it been for you?
It's that's the most important thing. So when I first started, honestly speaking, nobody knew who I was. Like when I went viral, I used to go into clubs and my city and like ask them like, hey, can I sing my song on your mic? And they used to be like, yeah, just send it. And I send it and then I sing it. And when nobody know it, then they'll start playing it. Then I come back and I sing it again. Then they'll be singing it with me. Be like, oh, snap, you know. So like basically like I wouldn't be me without them for real, because they are the reasons that I could get booked in these clubs right now, you know. So if anything slow down, I can always get booked because because the DJ is always looking out for me, you know. So
Speaking of DJs, once I dropped the flyer that, the interview was coming with Big Boss Vette, everybody hit me up like, hey, how do I get, the drops? How do I get this? So what's the way to, I know the manager is the best way to contact you for everything, but I didn't know if you had a certain way you did for the drops or you get them all together or how's that process?
okay, so look, so basically, like when I first started doing drops, I used to always feel like that I got to go to the studio because they had to sound great, right? And then I had came across a DJ that I was like, okay, well I have to do it when I get to the studio because that's the only way that it can sound good. And then he was like, so what kind of phone you got? I'm like, I got an iPhone, what was that, 13? He was like, you can do it on your phone. I'm like, how? And he had taught me basically to like go to my voice memos and like do them like that. So like I be getting them in and get them gone, So that's
Right.
basically how I do it, in and out. So yeah.
So that was my last question right there. But anything else you want to share that you got coming up? They better go subscribe to the channel already. 100K, congratulations.
102K. Hold on, man. We got
102K. Oh! I forgot the
so
two.
basically,
Not
yeah,
the
we got
one, not the one, but the two.
uh,
102K.
on the two now. Okay. But I just want to say like I'm very grateful for every opportunity that is thrown my way. Like I'm very grateful for the position that I am in now. Being as though I came from nothing. I have so much more coming. Music, content, visualizers, or all that. Um, I wish nothing but peace on anybody in this world because I feel like that, maybe it's some people that actually need it. And it's so much more coming. Like, thank everybody that supports me. Thank everybody that has been rocking with me since day one, and seeing that little ride side, that more. And yeah, shout out to the DJs, shout out to my label, shout out to my team, shout out to my cousins, and yeah.
Shout out to QSN Radio. Go ahead and get it the drop for QSN Radio, DJLW.
QSN Radio, hold on, man. DJLW, yeah.
So next time we're gonna be in the studio together. Next time, so make sure you get ready for that because it's gonna be a whole other level then.
Absolutely.
But like I said, you could be anywhere in the world tonight, but you here with me, and we appreciate you for checking in for the Weekend Rush Mixshow pre-show with DJLW. It's your girl, Big Boss Vette.
Yeah.
Pull up in the vet. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Check out the Big Boss Vette show. Go run her up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. Shout out to the team. Appreciate y'all.
For sure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.